All right, howdy, folks, and welcome to the first special edition bonus boys. Special thanks to our special
Off to a good start.
Oh yeah, we're doing great.
Thank you to our special Patreon people. This is now that we hit over 250 a month, we'll start putting out a bonus one each month with a special guest boy. And our guest boy for this episode...
Now, who could it be? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, but I'm Tad.
I'm Aleks, the one and only.
And I am Alba. You might remember me from the hit podcast TNA with TNA and A.
Yes. Last episode of that came out was it was on Tuesday. It was on Tuesday. That's when we did the crapshoot episode where we went to Vegas, actually. And we rolled in the dice. You know, we had that cool machinima intro with New Vegas where the dice had our logo on it, and we came up. You know, we rolled on the crap table and chose our different scat fetish that we would research for that episode.
You see, my favorite part about the whole episode is reenacting the New Vegas intro shot by shot and getting shot in the head by Benny.
That was my favorite part too.
I got double greens, which just read Homestuck. So I mean,
yeah, I mean Homestuck is pretty shit.
Anyway, so we're doing our best boys here, and we're gonna try out this. The format might change for the guest boys here, but for this one, Aleks has prepared a bunch of brain busters, and we're gonna go ahead and debate the pros and the cons, and say who is objectively incorrect and why my opinion is better.
Basically, I had this big Q&A idea because, we're the more artistic Sleepycast, so let's copy Sleepycast a little bit and shoot the shit about random questions I can think of.
You really just cling to that one fucking comment, so hard.
It is super fucking funny to me. That is the best comment. If we could make that a shirt, we can't because it has Sleepycast in the name, but if we could, I would. So anyway. We tried this before, it failed miserably, and everything exploded. So these are my new questions. Maybe not nearly as good, but let's get right off the bat. We're gonna go really, really hard. I mentioned this to Tad, to ask him if he would like this question. He said there's only one objective answer, so I already know this is going to be a bad question. So, Alba, Tad, for everyone to hear, what is objectively the coolest attack in Dragon Ball Z?
Okay,
that's rough.
Now, there are there's one correct answer. However, there are three acceptable answers. So I'll start off with the correct one. This is the objective correct one, and that is the Big Bang attack that Vegeta does. The big giant purple thing where he slaps his hands together.
That's you mean the Gallic gun?
Gallic gun is purple, Tattles.
What did I say?
You said the Big Bang attack, which mind you is pretty cool too.
Doesn't Vegeta have Big Bang attack?
He does. It's just a different attack.
Okay, yeah, I got them mixed up then. Yeah, Big Bang Attack is the fucking sick one.
Okay. But, listen, I kind of agree, but Final Flash is way cooler, and you're wrong. He only used it once, but he only needed to use it once. Final Flash
is not one of the three cool ones. So.
You listen. Alright, listen, you son of a bitch. So, he fucking does it, and he decimates almost all of Cell's body. He actually would have beat Cell if he wasn't a shit shot. If he had landed that.
Keyword there. Almost beat Cell.
Okay, but it doesn't matter. It's still a really cool fucking move. He does like a Christ air for 2 minutes.
Okay, but consider this. The Big Bang Attack, he sticks his hand out with a stop sign and blammo. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's a stop sign because you better stop using that fucking move because he only used it once.
Alright, Vegeta guys. Move out of the way. The real coolest attack. And I refuse to accept any other answer. Special Beam Cannon.
Special Beam Cannon's really cool.
You were close, Aleks.
I'll agree.
Oh, close. What? Are you going to tell me to my face that Special Beam Cannon isn't in your top 3, you piece of shit?
No, it is not.
Oh,
the top 3 moves
are
Big Bang Attack, Kamehameha because it's a fucking classic, and then Grenade Zone. Those are the 3... Hellzone Grenade is also an acceptable answer. The other 2 are, of course, garbage opinions, but they're close enough to the actual answer that I will accept them.
I was gonna say, Hellzone Grenade is probably my actual answer. I think Final Flash is objectively cooler than, all of Vegeta's other moves, but, yeah, Hell Zone Grenade's the coolest shit. Like, you can't beat it.
Special Beam Cannon, I will give that an honorable okay. Like, you're not like a fucking garbage person for liking it, but I also don't agree with you.
Okay, we can all at least admit though that Piccolo has all the cool moves, all the cool attacks. He's the cool guy of the show, right? We can all agree.
I think so. He's my second favorite.
Piccolo is definitely cool, but I wouldn't say that he's like the coolest character. Because the coolest character, I think, is Goku. I've always liked Goku.
That's a bad post there. That's a bad opinion there, man. I don't know if I can agree with that.
It's not my fault that I find the next Super Smash Brothers character to be really cool.
Ted, how does it feel to know that Geese Howard will get into Smash before Goku does?
How does it know to feel that Goku fucking rawed his wife twice and never kissed her? Because that's canon now.
No to feel.
Doesn't matter, because Goku is cool.
It's not cool. He doesn't... he's the worst. He's like, oh, hey, I'm Goku, guys. I'm the most white bread piece of shit ever. I'm gonna endanger the whole world.
Goku is intelligent, nihilistic, and has a wicked sense of humor, just like me.
I think all three of those statements are wrong, but you know what? That's fine.
Okay. So, I remember pissing Ted off about this before. So I'm going to piss everyone else off for the fans. So, when I was a kid, you don't really understand characters or whatever. You just kind of like whatever looks the coolest. At least I did, because I'm a fucking idiot.
Oh, I know what this is.
Oh, yeah, he does. So when I was a kid and watching Dragon Ball Z, I thought Yamcha was super cool because he looked like Goku because he had the outfit and everything, but he didn't have Goku's stupid haircut.
Now, okay, here's where you're wrong.
No, I actually think he's 100% right so far. Seems like he's on the right track.
Like Yamcha does have cool hair, but Goku's hair looks... Because Goku is, like, cool anime guy. That's what he is. He's Mr.
Cool
Anime Man.
He's generic
Aleks,
anime guy now. He's like Mr. Anime Guy.
You know who I played in fucking Smash Bros? Mr. Game & Watch.
Okay. I did too. He's cool.
Yeah, so that fucking shut your opinion down.
What does this have to do with anything?
What does that fucking mean?
What did Ted
Anyway,
mean by
so what's
this?
the next question here, Alex?
Okay, so I wanted to start off with this one first, because I figured it's going to be Ted's answer anyway. But what is your favorite anime?
Homestuck.
Ooh.
Didn't see that one coming. I figured you would just say Dragon Ball Z. Why did you say Homestuck? Why did you even, like... Why did you go for, like, the shittiest joke ever? Why'd you do that to me? To my face.
Put us in the title. We gotta work it in somehow, otherwise they're gonna revolt.
Yeah, I'm contractually obligated to Homestuck in at least one episode. But, like, I guess that's mostly because Homestuck is, like, a huge fan with, like, you know, like, 14-year-old, like, Tumblr girls and that go to anime conventions.
Are you actually going to say Homestuck is your favorite fucking anime?
No, Alex, because I'm not fucking retarded. My favorite anime is Gurren Lagann. I like it better than Dragon Ball Z.
I'll say it's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one to go by. I would say
it is the only it's the only anime that I refer to as a show or media. I don't single it out as being anime. I could just consider it in there like my top favorite shows of all time. Like, it's just, and like, it's the only anime that I've ever recommended to someone who I didn't know already watched anime. Like, I was like, hey, Zach, my older brother, here, you should check out this show. Get past, like, the first 5 episodes, because they're anime as fuck. But after that, like, it gets nuts. It's all about a slow build-up, and you're really gonna enjoy it. And I was right, because it's fucking awesome.
I don't think a show has done momentum, as far as, like, getting to the next biggest stage and like making things feel like really large on a grand scale as much as Gurren Lagann. Well, I could think of one show maybe, but it's more of a train wreck. I don't know if you ever heard of a show called what's it called? Samurai Flamenco. That show is the first 7 episodes. It seems like it's just like anime kick-ass, where it's this guy trying to be like a Kamen Rider in real life, but he can't, and he's really lame. And then the show goes on a roller coaster ride. It's on Netflix if any of you guys want to watch it. I highly recommend watching it just to say you did. It's one of those where I can't say it's good, but it's an experience. And you'll leave it different. But it's actually not that good of a show when you look at it objectively.
So you want to...
Sounds familiar.
So you're hyping it up, but it's also not all that great. So you want me to watch it or not?
No, I want you to watch it to have an opinion on it.
Okay.
There are shows like that. There's like a fucking what's that one? Like fucking Frozen. That fucking movie where everyone's like, "Oh, it's so good," or "Oh, it's the worst thing ever." Just fucking watch it, and then have an opinion.
I've never seen Frozen. For the longest time, I thought it was a story about like a fire princess and an ice princess. But
No,
I guess
that's
it's
Adventure
not
Time.
about that. I think it's half about that.
Right, kinda. Yeah, you're half.
Yeah, you
right.
get the fire part right.
Anyways, if I like, that's actually a really tough question. Favorite anime, Alex? You got one in mind? I'm still thinking.
Oh, obviously, it's Kinnikuman. Man.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah, I saw that coming.
Right.
What else would I say? For the gaijins, as they're called, would know because it didn't come over here. Kinnikuman is the prequel to Ultimate Muscle, the best anime
Now,
ever.
Alex,
on
did you say
4Kids.
Ultimate Muscle or Ultimate Muscle?
It has the best English opening for like an anime ever.
Now,
That is-
Alex, can you
that's
tell me about
not
these
true.
bad boys from outer space? Here to
Uh,
body slam the human race?
Wrestlers race to our defense with strength and speed and flatulence.
I have the Mariposa fig sitting on my dresser still,
You're welcome for that.
where it has the hardcore English.
They're trying, Ted. So Kinnikuman is an old thing. Came out like right like during the 80s. It was like right at the end of the 70s. I'm gonna just put it in the 80s, round it up. It's a superhero manga that an anime that like halfway through just became about wrestling, and that just took the whole thing over, and it just became a superhero wrestling anime, and it's super fucking good. I highly recommend it to like anybody. There is like one group actually subbing the old show right now, but they're really really slow. They're called like Hokuto subs or something. You go dig around, look for them somewhere, but it's super good. I highly recommend it. It's like the best thing ever, and Warsman's the best character. Okay, so do you have your favorite anime yet so I can move on?
Yeah, I guess, I mean, it's tough. It's really fucking tough. I'm torn between Cowboy Bebop and Gatchaman. Gatchaman being the really old, like, Tatsunoko was one of their first anime, like, it's like their second one after fucking Speed Racer. And it's basically just Sentai, but like, predating a lot of Sentai. And it's about these fucking guys, and they're ninja scientists. He's still with me, it was the fucking 70s. And they go on adventures. And it sounds really hokey and lame, and it is a bit, because it's from the fucking 70s, but it also has a lot of, like, really somber moments, and is handled very seriously. And the dub of it was, like, Battle of the Planets just, like, destroyed it when it came over here. But it's really good. I highly recommend it. And, of course, Cowboy Bebop's fucking Cowboy Bebop. Like, what more do I have to say?
That's good taste. And I should mention one more thing to people who are interested in Kinnikuman, because it just hit me. If you want to go watch Ultimate Muscle, if you want to go watch the old 4Kids dub and relive the good old days, prepare to remember how those weren't really the good old days, because I forgot about Jaeger as a character when I rewatched it. I didn't forget about him, but I forgot that his 4Kids voice was Arnold Schwarzenegger, like a mimic.
Oh, yeah!
And I'm just like, oh god, he's gonna do that the whole fucking show, isn't he?
Yeah, it's me. I'm going to wear a bike helmet going around. Ow.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate. So ooh man, he hurts that. He hurt rewatching. I rewatched all 72 episodes of that show a while ago, and I loved it. But man, did that one specific part hurt a lot, because I was just like, damn, I used to like him as a kid. What the fuck? Boy, I was a stupid kid, wasn't I?
Actually, honorable mention before I move on. Shaman King. Shaman King's really good too. That like we're talking about 4Kids, I was like, oh shit, right? That's what got me into fucking anime. Shaman King's really good.
All I remember about Shaman King was after the first season of American Idol, they had that Asian guy go up there and do the shebang thing, and they had him host 4Kids once, and I was so goddamn confused about what was going on.
So wait, so hold on a minute, because I must have fucking missed that shit. They got
you don't remember?
Willard Hung.
Yeah, they got weird hung. He went on there. He's
that?
like, up next is Shaman King. And he like wiggled his fingers in front of his head and his eyes glowed red. You can probably find it on YouTube.
You got a fucking gif of that? I want to see Willard Hung turn into a fucking Super Saiyan with his eyes glowing, preparing his fucking final attack.
Yeah, 4Kids managed to book that incredibly hard to get movie star, actor, singer sensation.
Oh yeah, that fucking AAA lister. He's almost as popular as us.
Anyway, Alex, what do you got next for us?
Okay, so we're gonna do this heated debate. Now, thanks to that new Splatfest for Splatoon coming out, I had this big, heated argument with my buddy Alba over here. So, we were talking about what's better, flight or invisibility, and it got me thinking, what is, in like you guys' opinion, the worst superpower ever? And I mean like actual superpower, not some bullshit you pull off superhero wiki like garbage manipulation, like an actual power that people have in a comic book, or like that people usually think of when you think of a superpower. You know, the generic list. And I'm going to state it right here because it's really just Splatoon. I think invisibility is legit the worst superpower ever, because all it is good for is bad things. Usually, if you don't want to be seen doing something, you probably shouldn't be doing it.
Or if you want to get the hell away. I mean, like, if you want to make a quick escape, whoosh!
What trouble did you get into that you needed that?
Oh shit, someone's trying to mug me. Whoop!
Why are you out in the street? Why are you out so late?
Why are you outside, Alex? Why are
Alex,
you going
that
about
sounds
your
like
day
victim blaming?
mugging?
Victim blaming.
Okay, but here's the thing. Here's the thing about that invisible. Oh no, I'm being mugged, and then you start taking your clothes off to go ghost and run away.
So listen, there are more like
Actually,
invisibility
hold
is
up.
not always.
No, Ted's got a point. I didn't even think about this, about getting naked. Not only is that okay. Invisibility sucks. You have to get naked 90% of the fucking time anyway, like the Invisible
That's
Man,
not 90% of the time. It's more like 50. But
90% of the time. So
okay,
I didn't even think about this part. But when you're taking your clothes off, that means you have to leave your wallet behind anyway.
Not entirely, Alex. There are body cavities.
Just oh man, that wallet's flying away.
oh no. Just shove the wallet between your butt cheeks and run.
But no, they'll see it because it's in between your butt cheeks and your butt's invisible. You'll just have
Listen.
the stupid thing there. Oh no, that wallet's flying away. Wow, it's useless if you're getting mugged too, because even if you run away, you're gonna lose all your money and your ID, your credit card.
By that logic, then turning invisible would only turn your skin invisible, and they'd see like your organs and shit. Because if it's going between the flaps, do you see what I'm saying?
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay, so. Now I didn't even think about this part, but to keep your wallet safe if you're invisible, does that mean to cram it up in the hole there too?
Well, I mean, maybe a little if you don't have a big butt. You ain't got a big pussy.
They'll never catch me now.
I'm
tough. I can suck it up.
But no, like seriously though, guys, like fucking like the new Black Spider-Man can turn invisible without having that shit, like without having it. So like,
okay. Let's set a bracelet. Okay, so good invisibility would be the ability to manipulate like a field around you to make it so people can't see you. You know.
Yes, make
bad
that
invisibility is like.
Oh yeah, only
you
only
can't
skin.
see your dick. Oh man, look at me go! Oh man, my skin's I turned invisible. Let me go ahead. My eyes also don't work anymore because light can't reflect in like the cones and shit. So I'm just blind, naked, in the middle of the street with a wallet strapped to my ass, fucking lunging around trying to slap at things so I can walk out of here because I can't use a fucking cane. That's bad invisibility.
Oh yeah, like if that was the limitation, I'd probably say that's the worst.
I would say the worst superhero power for the average person to have would be minute gravitational manipulation, by which I mean like being able to control like gravity or electricity, like really, like you can't make like an actual measurable amount, but you can do it so finite that you can fuck with like molecules and shit because you just become a walking atom bomb. Because if you try and use it, you're not a nuclear physicist. You just killed entirely of Manhattan.
Yeah, the funny thing about that is I always think it's great in comics where it's like there's a guy like it's like, oh, his power is that he can control molecules, and it's like that's always like the most broken dude. Like fucking people who come to mind are like fucking like Firestorm, Dr. Manhattan, you know what I mean? Like they theoretically they could fuck you up really hard. But like yeah, for the average person, if they tried that shit, it's like, oh, oops. Everyone's dead.
Whoopsie doodle. I just fucking nuked the entire East Coast because I tried using my superpower I got.
I imagine he just nukes everything. He's like, why was there a wallet in this guy's ass?
You see it in the shadow. You know how like they have the shadows when like the nukes go off, like the people.
Yeah.
It's just he was invisible, but it didn't matter because his sketch left a wallet in his ass. You just see it poking out. Oh no.
That's pretty good. That was a funny jest, a funny joke, funny jape there.
Good meme. Good one. There you go. Well memed.
Fuck invisibility. Moving on. It's
Okay.
only good if you're a rapist
or a thief. Right. Do I not get an answer?
Oh, what did you
say?
say?
No, you don't. We're moving on to the next one.
No.
I see.
I forgot about him for a second. What is the worst power ever?
Because I was actually going to say something pretty similar to him, except it would be like it'd be like the ability to bring things to you, but only things that are like relatively small. So like if you want to bring like say like only like say the size of like
you had the power of the Force, but you were really weak.
Yeah, like if you could like bring like a D20 to your hand, like it'd be useful, but it'd be shit.
You could be good at juggling if you do it.
Tad and I would use it, but like that'd be it.
So like minor
oh man, I rolled the D20, but it didn't land, so let me just swoop, put that back into my hand. It never finished rolling, so I get to do it again.
Exactly. Actually, fuck, that might be better than fuck. You might be right. Invisibility might be the worst.
You don't do anything with it. It's just like, oh, look at me, I'm invisible now. Whoop-de fuckity doo.
What if you could like fly, but only like 4 inches above the ground?
That would still be legit. You'd be like fucking Dalsim.
Yoga. That's true. I guess it would be true.
Well, he goes a couple feet, but like even if you could just float, like hover a couple inches off the ground, 4 inches is still pretty like decent. Like you could like reach up a top shelf or something with that. You fucking it still has more uses to you in your everyday life because you're sure as hell not gonna be a superhero with 4-inch flight, but it's way more useful in fucking invisibility. Because what are you gonna do other than be like a criminal? Invisibility.
Actually, hold on. With 4-inch invisibility, you could actually become a pretty good villain. If you don't know what Aum Shinrikyo is, Google that shit. All that dude was, he was this fat, gross dude who tricked a bunch of nerds into thinking that he could levitate by using, like, squatting his muscles and hopping up into the air. And he levitated about, like, an inch, and that was enough to get fucking chemical bombs set off the Tokyo subway system, so you can become a villain with that power, Alex.
You know, I kind of want to know the context of that, but,
well...
that's...
Well,
that tape might take way too long.
If you're an evil guy, then invisibility is useful if you're evil, but I was trying to imply that majority of people who in the world aren't evil, Tad. I would like to think that... Oh, whatever, fuck it. If you want to be a bad guy, invisibility is the best. Every bank is yours for the taking.
Every butt is yours to plunder.
Yeah,
all their wallets. Take all the wallets from their butts.
Oh, you went for that? Okay, that's a little more PC version of that joke. All right, so
let's go on to this next question here. We've spent too much time on invisibility. It's a
true.
Shit power.
Okay, that's true.
Okay. So, what is a terrible video game that you actually still like? Like a game that you know isn't all that great, but you like it anyway.
I may get shit for this, but J-Stars, Victory Versus, and the Jump games, the Jump Superstars games, I feel like those games aren't very good when I sit down and look at them, but I fucking love them. They're a lot of fun. They're a hell of a lot of fun. I think even Alex might agree with me.
Oh, no, I wouldn't say the DS ones are bad by any means. Those are super good, but Victory Versus was pretty shit. Like, even I played that, and I was like, yeah, this isn't all that great. But unlike Superstars... I didn't like Victory Versus. I was like, yeah, I'm kind of bored of this game, and just kind of threw it away. Just out of there. Get out of my Vita.
But my real answer is actually Budokai Tenkaichi series. Those games are bad, but they're fun. I have fun playing.
Isn't Budokai Tenkaichi 3 the one with, like, literally every character ever?
Yes, those are the ones for the PS2 that have, like, everyone. You could play as, like, fucking, what was his name? Was it the devil guy? Devil man? Not like
Janemba?
No, not Janemba.
No, he means the Dragon Ball 1 character.
The Dragon Ball character. He's actually pretty bullshit if you fight him against villains, because his super will literally is like what he has in Dragon Ball, which he shoots a beam, and if you have any evil in your heart, it kills you. So if you use it on a villain, it kills them instantly.
That's legit. I like that.
That's pretty fucking sick, right?
I think the worst game that I've played... the game that was bad that I still kind of liked... would probably be something along the lines of the Mushroom Men games for the DS and the Wii.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those games suck ass.
Those games...
I don't know anything about those.
the Mushroom Men games are pretty mediocre. I wouldn't even say they're bad. They're just very meh. Like, you can play them and beat them and be like, whatever. Just kind of forget about them. But what I liked is that, like, I like the designs of a lot of the characters, and it was a cool idea. So I still kind of appreciate what they tried. And obviously, it wasn't popular enough to be, like, anything more, because there hasn't been another Mushroom Men game since... Oh, there was that one on the fucking... there was that one in, like, 2010, which was, like, on Steam. I guess there was technically another game, but, like, it never really took off. Damn shame, but, like, it was okay. I liked it because it looked cool. That's what I can think of.
Because I've been I was taking a peek through my Steam library here, trying to find games, and like, damn, I got good taste. Because a lot of these games are just good. Like,
God, it's so fucking great. I just smell my own farts.
Literally sniffing my own farts here. But the game that I would have to go with, basically, it's the game that had a lot of heart, and they were trying their gosh darnest to make a fun game, and that would be Chroma Squad.
Oh, yeah, I like Chroma Squad too.
What Chroma Squad is you play as 5 different Power Rangers, and it's less Sentai, more Power Rangers, and it's like one of them tactical games where you go and you position your guys, you have the different weapons, and everyone's got skills, and it just goes turn by turn as you play as 5 stuntmen on a movie scene. And you go, you make your own Super Sentai warrior outfits out of like a bucket and some spandex and cardboard. And like you go and you're like filming these scenes and you have to like do certain things for the camera, like, have black throw you up over 3 enemies. You have to set stuff up like that. And then eventually, like, after so many, the story is like, oh shit, there's like aliens here. And, like, you guys are actually, like, doing, like, superhero stuff now. Like, they just assumed it was, like, really good special effects. And they didn't realize until later on that, oh, shit, we're actually, like, we're actually doing this. And then I didn't end up finishing the game because as much as I loved it, like, I just couldn't.
I'll tell you something.
Really, really hard on some stuff because, like, there's about 4 different enemies in the game. And that's about it. And then there's giant robot fights at the end of every, like, episode. But the giant robot fights are just dumb garbage bullshit where you just press A button 3 times in a row.
So let me clarify something. There's, like, 4 different types of mooks, but, like, every level has their own kind of, like, boss monster. And that's, like, if you ever watched, like, Power Ranger, it would be, like, the one that was actually, like, the bad guy of the episode. And that's kind of how they handle a lot of things. And then afterwards they turn into a big monster and you have a giant robot battle.
Okay, so that's pretty nice.
Also, Ted, you dumbass, Power Rangers is Sentai.
So,
Aleks, there's a bit of a difference.
Did you actually hear the controversy with that game when it came to Saban, by the way?
Yes. Actually, on the fucking splash up screen and on all of the advertising material, I can only assume that Saban tried to do some dumb horse shit. And so every single one of them has inspired by Saban's Power Rangers.
Yes, because it was initially inspired by Super Sentai with, like, shades of Power Rangers, right? It was more so supposed to be more Sentai stuff. But I guess this was when it was on Kickstarter. Chris Saban tried to shut it down. So
why?
Because he wanted his cut.
But he didn't do anything.
Okay, but he wanted his cut because no, fuck you, I made Power Rangers. That's what he thinks.
God damn, what an asshole.
Yeah, so that's why they had to do that on all the stuff.
Which I think is funny, too, because it's like a parody thing. You don't deserve money off of a parody. Otherwise, everyone would be fucking... otherwise, Weird Al would be in super-duper debt.
Yeah, but the problem there is that I believe... Like, I don't think their lawyers would have been able to deal with, like, Saban's lawyers. Because, like, there is enough there to say, like, well, it might... Like, I know it's bullshit, but in a court of people that are full of, like, just, like, what the fuck's a video game? They'll look at those two things side by side and be like, huh, well, that looks just like it. Oh, he must be guilty. That's how stupid people are. So I get the feeling instead of bothering to, you know what I mean, take that to court, they're just, fuck it. We'll just give him a little bit of a cut of the money, and we'll put his name on everything, and we'll just make our game. Especially when you're like a small indie dev company you may not even know if your game's getting developed at that time. I can see why they did it. That being said, yeah, no, fuck Chris Saban, being a piece of shit. Back on topic though, I really do like that game, But yeah, you're right. It is kind of poop in some areas. There's a lot of use of memes that kind of like fall flat a little bit once you get in a little deeper. And then that's whatever. And there's some other lines that kind of fall flat. But it does have its heart in the right place, like you said. It's fantastic.
Yeah, they're trying their gosh darnest.
I never played it.
It's pretty fun. Like, I'd say give it a shot. It's really cheap.
Oh no, I have it. This idiot bought it for me. I just had no interest in it.
It's pretty fun. I would say at least give it a small shot. I think you will give that game a sensible chuckle more than once.
Oh, also Cthulhu Saves the World.
Yeah, those are pretty bad, but they have a lot of heart too. Like you can tell, like, yeah, this is an RPG Maker game and it costed me 99 cents. It's cute.
Right.
Like, who cares, you know? When it's almost free, who really cares? It's cheaper. It's cheaper than most candy I buy at the store. Like, yeah, whatever.
Holy shit, they made a new game called Cosmic Star Heroine, and it looks like fucking Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden.
Oh, fuck. When did they make that?
April of 2017.
Oh,
but we don't
shit.
have time to go into that. So
It's true. We're
Okay.
buy that game.
Going pretty long.
Buy that game, because Cthulhu Saves the World was a lot of fun.
Speaking of games that are pretty bad but you liked, now, bad games you just hated. What is the worst game you've ever played?
Oh, right.
Okay, this one I could say definitively. Paper Mario Sticker Star was so bad, I actually felt offended. Because that game, for some reason, I have genuinely no idea how this got past it. Because when you think of Nintendo, you think of, like, pretty strict quality control. Like, they don't put something into a game that's not, like, fun. And so I've been trying to understand how the hell this got through. So the entire boss mechanic, every single boss fight in Sticker Star boils down to you have to use a specific puzzle sticker or you literally can't fight this boss. And once you use the sticker, it doesn't unlock the boss to be fought as normal. You just use the sticker and the boss takes 85% of their health. And the final boss, I went into this in the Paper Mario episode, but it was so bad, I removed I got my goddamn Club Nintendo account banned to get a copy of Sticker Star because I did the Wii Mini exploit and said that myself and my 7 children each got Nintendo Wii Minis and got all the Nintendo points to get the game for free. The final boss was just, okay, so you go in and you fight Bowser. He doesn't say anything. He doesn't have any funny, witty dialogue. He just shows up and hides behind us like a Band-Aid. And so you cut it with scissors. And then he hides behind like a battery. And you have to cover, or like he hides behind like in a puddle of water. And you got to shock it. And then he hides behind another thing. And he hides behind another thing. And if you don't have that specific item, you just run away. You run away from the final boss. You just go, nope, guess I'll come back once I have the item. And so you run away, you go back to the main store, you buy... Because there's no way to tell what you're going to need coming up. So you go in there, you buy one more pair of scissors, one more battery, one more flame retardant, one more other thing, and you go and you refight the boss, get to the new puzzle, run away. It is the actual worst boss I have ever seen in a video game, and it baffles my fucking mind that they allowed it to go through, because it's not even a fun idea.
That sounds really tedious and lame, I agree.
That game was so bad it fucking offended me. And I can't say Hive Swap right now, because Hive Swap doesn't come out for another, like, 2 weeks.
I like how you're being hopeful now. Like, last time we...
No, Alex, my friend. Do not even think for a second that I think this game is going to be good.
What if you like it?
It's going to be trash.
What if you like it?
It's true.
I mean, I'm not gonna play it. I'm not gonna buy it. That's for sure.
What about the 1% chance that
Okay,
you like
I'll tell you right
game?
now. If the game does a complete 180, and like, oh yeah, no, on our 4th restart of the game, Andrew Hussey actually did go back to writing the game and being the creative head, and like actually pretty much made the game with all these other people, just where he would direct everything, then sure, that sounds like a great idea. That's what I would have liked 4 years ago. Instead, you jerked off and did nothing. But like, okay, whatever. I guess I'll take it now. You know, I will pardon the past like 3 years if the game's actually as good as the first half of Homestuck, but it's not going to be. I held that hope up for the finale of the comic, and it was it fell short.
Well, I mean, I'll try to keep this quick. Because I went into a long tirade about this with you guys when I was talking about it. But Basically, I think the worst game I've ever played, the game that like offends me the most, is King of Fighters 12. Long story short, I traveled about 3 hours to pick this game up early because I heard there was places selling the copies they just kind of like show on shelves, and I was really hyped for this game. And then it came out, and it was one of the most unfinished games I've ever played. It's like it didn't have online. If you're ever familiar with anything in the King of Fighters series, they have teams. There was no teams. You still picked like 3 characters, but there was no like set teams. The sprites were all like hand drawn and like new, but on most HD TVs they kind of looked poop. Online was unplayable to the point of and I think they never got it good. Like people complain about King of Fighters 13's online because it's bad, but King of Fighters 12 online was virtually unplayable. I'm talking 1 frame every 3 seconds unplayable.
So this is some straight up Super Smash Brothers Brawl online mode shit.
Dude, no, Brawl is fine. Brawl's whatever.
In comparison, maybe.
This game is unfinished.
He meant the online, dum-dum, not the game itself.
Oh.
No, that's what I mean. You could not play Super Smash Brothers Brawl online, Alex. It didn't work.
Right, no, okay. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the game in general.
No.
Yeah, no. Like, yeah, I guess it'd be comparable to that, but it was worse. I was so excited for this game for like weeks and weeks because it was like it was the first like port to like 360 and PS3, like the first like big, oh shit, King of Fighters is back. And I was on a big fighting game kick. And like this game just was one of the most disappointing things I ever played. I think I played it for a total of like an hour. Oh, and also they put in English dub, which means like characters like Terry and Shen, the people who shouldn't be speaking English, and they only have like 5 lines each. So you'll hear him be like, "Well, that was a bit disappointing," and like that's basically what you say with the fucking game. It's really bad. To me personally, worst experience I've ever had playing a game. Period. And that's all I got to say about that, I guess. Alex, what you got one?
I went on this rant a billion times, so for once I'll keep it short, much like him. But I absolutely hate, with every bit of my soul, not Overwatch. No. Because I at least had fun with Overwatch for a little while. Dark Souls 2, parentheses, Scholar of the First Sin Edition.
Oh, God, we're going to have this conversation again.
No. Well, I have to, unfortunately. Just very
That's
quick.
That's fine, go ahead.
So I was a Dark Souls 2 defender when it first came out. I got all the achievements and everything. I really liked Dark Souls 2. But Scholar of the First Sin is a slap in the face. It spit in my mouth. It kicked me while I was down. Well, first it pushed me down and then started kicking me while I was down. It was
the Paper Mario sticker star of video games.
Pretty much. Because it's just like, you think of it like this, alright? I'm like, hey guys, this game's pretty good and the people behind it aren't so bad. Then they just turn around and they're just like, nope, we're actually evil as fuck. Here's our lazy ROM hack crash grab. We're gonna remove everything that you've ever done. Like no more save file transfers, no achievement transfers, nothing like that. Here's the horse randomly put in Giant Gladiator Castle. Here's some mannequins just thrown in that shaders fuck up but don't actually blend with the area. Fuck you, we're evil, you were wrong, spit in my face, ha ha ha, I can't believe you believed us. And then they just run away, just skip away laughing evilly. Like, you know what, fuck you too.
So, Alex, I'm gonna need you to contain your autism for just a minute. Alright, we're gonna just hold it back. I understand you're upset. I don't want to get into a huge debate about this again, but I think the game is fine, TM, and had some problems, but it fixed some things too.
No, dumbass. Not Dark Souls 2. I liked Dark Souls 2.
And you're like the only one who likes Dark Souls 2.
Fucking Scholar is what I hate.
Yes, I know.
Dingbat. What does Scholar fix exactly?
The pursuer pursues you.
Ooh, that wasn't a problem at all. No one gave a fuck about the pursuer. You know what people gave a shit about? Weapon durability breaking on high FPS systems. First
And they
thing I
didn't
did.
fix
First
that.
thing I did in Scholar is I put on a halberd, smacked a wall, and just watched the durability bar drain to half in one swing and said, well, they didn't fix that. I opened up the start menu. Did they get rid of soul memory? Nope. Didn't fix that. Well, they've already not fixed the big two problems everyone had with this game so far. What the fuck was this $20 spent for? You know what it did?
They tried to fix soul memory, but they did it really poorly.
Yeah,
They did it with a
try.
ring.
Yeah, try.
Yeah, with a
Ooh,
ring.
yeah. Here's a ring that you can get in fucking Zeldora, the fucking sand place, halfway through the game. Yeah, here you go, guys. That'll fix everything. Hey, it fixed nothing. It's a fucking ring slot you have to put on and be like a band-aid, just like, well, we can't remove it because it's hard-coded into our engine, and we refuse to admit we were actually wrong, but this will shut you up, right? Give us your $20.
Yeah. I think their heart was in the right place, but they did fuck up.
Their heart was in the wrong place with Scholar. If their heart was in the right place, they would have just patched the game. They would have just patched the fucking ring in. They would have just patched the fucking durability bug, which they did eventually fix a year after Scholar came out, by the way. Fucking almost like before Dark Souls 3 fucking came out, they fixed it. Like, ooh, yeah, there you go. Now everyone really cares. Fucking... If they cared, they would have just patched the game. They wouldn't have put those fixes and those ROM hack-styled improvements of just putting random enemies everywhere that don't make any sense and put a $20 price tag on it, Alba. They didn't care. They didn't have any heart in it whatsoever. It was just pure fucking evil, and it was terrible.
Didn't they do the cool thing with the
Dragon Airy?
knights, though?
Yeah, that looked cool. Congratulations, you did one thing right. And you know what? It was right. We had to fucking have the fucking dragon guys clapping at you to fight all their fucking knights, and then fight the big 1v1 showdown. Sure. Is that $20, Alba? Is that one improvement to that one area worth $20? Because everything else still sucks ass. I went through the whole fucking thing.
I still like the thing that kind of sold me on it a bit more and made me not as angry about a lot of those things is the Pursuer pursued you. I thought the Pursuer was a cool boss, and then he just kind of did nothing. But I mean, obviously you don't care as much about that. I will totally admit there's a ton of problems with that game. I don't think it's as bad as you make it out to be. I know, you strongly disagree, but I think we gotta move forward.
You weren't as attached. You didn't put as much on the line when you liked Dark Souls 2 as much as me.
Yeah, because I didn't like 2 as much as 1.
The Pursuer pursues me. Ooh, look at him. Pursuer Senpai noticed me today. Ooh, he ambushed me in the Smelter Demon room after I came back for no reason. Ooh, oh man, best $20 of my life.
Aleks, you know what? I think I think you enjoy Dark Souls a little too much.
You are no selling cool moments really hard.
That's not cool at all.
That's fine.
But anyway,
it's a cool thing.
Okay. Fine. We have only 2 more questions left on my little list of note cards here. Because I couldn't fit enough on one note card. These are small note cards. Okay, so this one I actually thought about the other day. I think it might be interesting. What is, objectively, where only the first 3 letters are capitalized, because I fucked that up somehow, objectively, the best song in a video game?
Oh, fuck, Aleks.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
This is a tough one. I remember objective.
Aleks, we have to put some kind of limiter on this.
Okay.
Because there's certain songs that fit
no
certain
lyrics
things.
allowed. Has to strictly be like a video game song. No Sonic bullshit. You can't bring up like all that crap. No lyrics. Traditional like thing.
Okay, Guitar Room Man, the legendary theme, the final one, the one you do where it's the duo. There's no lyrics in that. That's like the coolest fucking song ever.
All right, that's fair. Tad,
Aleks, you have to put some kind of limiter on here because there's certain moments in games where it's like, this moment is really, really well done because of this song, and then there's songs that are just fucking kick ass. Like,
yeah, it's true. Like
I
in
have
Dark
to put
Souls
some
1.
kind of limiter on this.
I
okay,
said
how about
no
this?
lyrics. That shortens it by a lot.
By like 6.
Okay, well here, I'll give you a good example. Because here's what I think is, objectively, the best song ever. And you can see this by how they keep reusing it, and it never gets old, no matter how much they do it. King DDD's theme. It is the perfect theme for a final boss, or even if he's not even the final boss. It is the perfect theme that is iconic to his character. It has the fucking the amp, the fucking excitement from that was on a Game Boy fucking 1, by the way. The Game Boy, a fat Game Boy, the green Game Boy. That fucking theme was on that shit. When you hear that, you're like, oh damn, this is the fucking boss for sure. Holy shit. It has the energy, it has the good pacing, and it never gets old. They have reused it every single game besides like the fucking weird fucking puzzle game in like the 80s. Because at that time it didn't become iconic yet, you know? But then everyone's like, well, we like DDD's original theme more. Like, well, if you insist. And DDD's theme's just been a thing forever. It's not laziness, it's because it's so iconic and memorable, and it's so like iconic to that character. You can't not have his theme. It is too perfect. The only other theme that I think is objectively like, okay, the thing I can think of that's even possibly better of a song that's like almost the perfect video game song is I consider the Punch-Out theme. Because the Punch-Out theme is a theme that you can hear legitimately, the one song in that game, and you could never get tired of it. Proof of the fact is in the Wii sequel, it still has only that one theme, but they just remixed to give it personality for each boxer you fight. But it's always still the Punch-Out theme. It is the perfect song.
I can agree with that. It's really good, especially for what it does. I'm not as hot as you are on DDD's theme, but DDD's theme is bitchin'. It's really cool. What do you gotta think, Dad? You still thinking?
Oh, God. Okay, so I've narrowed it down between two.
I did two, so you can do two. That's fine.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so there's a specific theme from Shadow of the Colossus. I believe it's called Open the Way. And that is one of the absolute fucking deliriously biz-nasty themes I have ever heard in a boss game. Or a boss, like, anything. Because it's fucking sick. It was the one for, I want to say... Oh, God, oh god, this is gonna drive me nuts. It was, hold on, I believe I remember the name of it. Revived Power. Track number 13 on the OST. It is one of the most, it gets me more hype than almost any other song on the planet, except for one. And that other song, that if I have to choose the best song in a video game that had the most impact on me, would have to be Burger Trucking. The final, like, the boss theme for Asgore in Undertale.
Oh, that's a
Burger
good one.
Trucking with the intro is probably my... If I had, like, gun to my fucking head, if I had to choose one, it would be Burger Trucking.
That's not
because
a bad
the build-up to that fight, and then when he starts, and then on top of that, the song being really fucking good. It's got all the parts that make a really good video game song.
Yeah, it has the callbacks, tutorials theme, and everything. It's quite good. Yeah,
Yep, it calls back to what you've done previously in the game. It has its own unique theme, and it matches moments happening in the game to the songs, combining it and creating that kind of connection. Like, you remember when it starts off, when he takes the trident, spins it around, breaks the mercy button. You remember that. Yeah. It's that and Revived Power. Both when I listen to those songs, I get goosebumps.
And it's that kind of connection what makes me say legendary theme. Did you ever play Guitar Man, Tad?
Nope, never played it. I played Parappa the Rapper. Is that close enough?
Have you ever seen a playthrough of Guitar Man? Because
I think I watched Aleks, I think we watched a gameplay video once, or like a thing of it.
Okay, because that game is a pretty good experience if you like to watch it, but to play it, it's even more insane. Because like you feel like you're fighting like these people. It's nuts. It's good. I mean, if we're going by boss themes too, like I actually totally forgot, and I don't know how, but Geese Howard's theme is one of the most slapping fucking boss themes I've ever heard. It's so good. When they announced him for Tekken, they literally just that song they use is not a remix of his old theme. It's just his SNES version of his theme.
That's pretty sick.
It's so good. You guys
were at EVO. Were you and Aleks there? Or was it just
I was not there. I had to look it up on a shitty. I was in New York. I was there with some family, and I missed the big Evo trip, and I was really upset about that. And I'm scrolling through just news on my phone because they don't even have fucking computers up there, and I see someone joke about like Geese Howard getting into tech, and I'm like, ha, that's funny. That'd be really cool though. And then I scroll down a little further and see a fucking trailer.
That happened to me with almost every character that was announced for Super Smash Brothers for Wii U and 3DS. Like, oh man, Cloud, like Mewtwo's back? Oh, that'd be pretty cool. Oh shit, wait, what? Oh man, Cloud in Smash Bros? Ha ha, what a funny joke. Oh ha ha, Ryu in Smash Bros? What a funny joke. ha ha, Pac-Man in Smash Bros? Yeah, that was probably going to happen because Namco was helping him make it.
Yeah.
See, I still forget about Ryu and Cloud being in Smash because you just never, like, think about it. So whenever I, like, for whatever reason, see, like, a video on it, or someone gives you something, I just say, oh shit, Ryu's in Smash. I totally forgot about that.
I do the same thing with Lucario and Greninja. I just forget that they're in Smash Bros. Because I don't play them. No one I play with plays them.
It's not that I don't care. It's just that I don't, like, when I'm thinking of Smash Brothers, I don't think of Ryu and Cloud being in. Those are, like, the characters that, like, you make up being in Smash Brothers, you know?
Right.
So it always really surprises me. Just like, oh yeah, I forgot Ryu's in this game. Holy fuck, what?
Because I've said it before and I'll say it again. Literally, the only thing left that can cause as big of an excitement over what the fuck would have to be Goku in Smash.
It's never gonna happen, Ted. There's way too much shit involved to get Goku in here.
I mean, okay, Alex. What about Snake? What about Cloud?
Those are video game characters.
You know what? Okay, Goku has the same chance of getting into Injustice 2 as he does of getting into Smash. AKA a non-0%.
What would you do if you just see on fucking NetherRealm stream, like you just see the Dragon Balls show up?
Okay, no, here's how it would go. So it'd open up a stage, it would be like a factory, and then all you hear is, hey, it's me, Goku.
I've been trying to work that in since you mentioned it at the very beginning. Since you mentioned Cook and Goku. Like, I'm glad you did. But, like, oh, man.
No, I'll tell you right now, I would, like, shit my pants if Goku was announced for fucking, like, Mortal Kombat or some shit before, or I'm sorry, Injustice 2 before he got into Smash. See, it's only a matter of time.
I imagine it'd be like, I guess Darkseid or Brainiac would, like, get the Dragon Balls to make a wish, and they wish for the most powerful, like, warrior ever to fight at their side, and it's like, as you wish, and Goku just fucking pops on stream, and and it just shows him, like, fighting people.
Yeah, Brainiac he's like, I need to collect Kryptonian data on the fucking Saiyans.
Or better yet, he asks for the most powerful human in existence.
But he's a Saiyan.
And so he gets Hercule.
Oh. Fuck out.
Real talk, right now. Stop the... Fuck Goku. I don't want... Fuck Goku. Fuck Vegeta. If Hercule shows up in fucking Injustice 2, I will buy that game. I will buy a goddamn fight stick.
Dude, there you go.
Oh, and before I move on, one more shout for a good video game, like, soundtrack, music, whatever. Dream of Another Shore on Chrono Cross. When I first heard that, I had to stop and go like, damn, this is a really good song.
Only time I've ever slapping your chest and going, damn. These are some slapping beats.
It's super good. But last question that I want to end this on, since we're already going up to an hour.
Okay.
And I already asked this question before the whole, the Lost episode spiel happened.
Are we acknowledging that? Oh, behind the scenes?
Yeah, who cares? Fucking told
little inside baseball.
I fucking I tell everyone our stupid fucking behind the scenes bullshit of why we're late on episodes whenever they ask. So it's not a secret. Cool. Who cares? Fucking the worst kind of people on the internet. Now I'm gonna say it right off the bat because I want everyone to like hear it. I absolutely hate anyone who says the word overrated. That word is absolutely fucking meaningless. When you say overrated, you're just saying, I don't like it because it's popular. Like, congratulations, you fucking hipster. Why don't you kill yourself, huh? Why don't you just save me all the trouble of just getting out of my way? Just kill yourself. End it right now. How fucking dare you? How dare you not enjoy something just because a bunch of other people do, you piece of garbage. I hate you.
Right.
I hate everyone who says that word.
So I'm gonna walk it back a little bit. And I'm going to say that I 100% agree with the sentiment of the people who you're talking about using the word overrated, where it's just like, it was a pretty good game. Undertale was pretty good, but it was overrated, so I don't like it. Fuck those people. I agree. But I will also say I don't think that word is 100% without use. Because, like, it does have meaning. Now, it's been a little bastardized by those type of people, but as long as you're saying, you can still use it as a legitimate, I guess criticism's a bad word, but a statement about the game. If you're using it as a criticism, that's a problem. If you're using it as something that you as an opinion about the game, and your opinion is unaffected by that statement, it's fine. But that's usually not what it's used for. So, like, yeah, fuck those people. I agree.
The people that I would say I hate more than those would be the people who killed my Homestuck, who snuck into its cradle and fucking stabbed it in the throat. I'm calling you out, every teenage girl over the past 7 years. It's all your fault.
I would say, and this may bring umbrage with you, Tad, but I would say generally my issue, the worst people on the internet for me are people who are like, yeah, this is great, but the fan base ruined it.
See, that's legitimate in the case of
I know,
Homestuck.
it's legitimately what you just said. I know. And let me explain.
I'll kill you!
So let me explain. So, the examples that I think of off the top of my head, like, obviously, again, Undertale's another big one. Things like Invader Zim. Things where it's like, people are allowing other people's opinions to be a factor in why they dislike something. Now, I know Homestuck is apparently a special exception because the fans kind of started running the show a little bit. And I've heard the same thing happened with My Little Pony. I wouldn't know, but I guess that's another thing that happened that way. But that is the core exception. But I'm talking about people who are... It essentially falls into the same sort of thing that, like, Aleks mentioned, where it's like, oh yeah, it's overrated. Or rather, you see like, yeah, I like this, but the fan base sucks, so I'm not allowed to like it. I'm gonna let them influence my decision. Like, if you fucking like something, like it. Don't let other people's opinion... It's gotten to a point now where we've seen enough of the internet to know that, like, bad fan bases exist, and they're gonna come their way out of the, like, woodwork no matter what. It's gonna happen. There's gonna be, like, diaper fur porn of your character. It's gonna happen. Don't go looking for it, and you'll generally avoid those type of people.
And there's always going to be one Tumblr artist that gets death threats about what they draw about something. That's an old Steven Universe fanboys joke out there for the people who actually get it.
Oh god, that's right. You unironically watch Steven Universe, Aleks.
Damn straight.
Fuck.
I'm sorry, mister. I named my my podcast after a Homestuck meme.
Listen, Aleks, I don't like Homestuck that much, okay? I'm only currently surrounded in this one room, not counting the rest of my house, in this one room, $525 worth of Homestuck merchandise. I do not literally have a folder of Homestuck images open on my computer right now, while looking at my phone, which has both a Homestuck background and a Homestuck loading screen, while I'm in 2 other Homestuck Discords with mspaintadventures.com open up in another tab right now, in case he updates the website. All right, I don't like Homestuck that much because I don't actually have the website open. So,
right. But you're not part of the fan.
I'm going to open it right now.
Oh yeah.
Continue.
Oh, there we go. I see. As I say, because like, and that's another thing is like, the people say like the fan base ruin things, but like, what even does it really mean to be part of a fan base these days? Like, I'm legit asking, like, what does it even mean?
Okay, I would say that there's a clear line drawn between being a fan and being part of a fandom.
Okay.
Now, a fandom is someone who identifies part of their personality as being a fan of X, Y, or Z.
Like where it actually is a part of your life.
Yeah, like if and imagine it just this is complete fantasy, but imagine it's like, oh yeah, I'm part of the Homestuck fandom. I'm surrounded by $525 worth of Homestuck items while I have a Homestuck image folder open in my Homestuck Discord. Like someone like that would, and I guess in my opinion, that would be pretty fucking cool. But like that's where you cross a line into you're no longer a fan once it becomes part of your life. Once it becomes like a big part of like who you define yourself as, that can be pretty goddamn unhealthy depending on what it is. And like that's where you really have to stop and be like, okay, I need to slow down and take a look at this. Like, is this really is this part of me, or am I just in this because like, oh, all my friends are into this thing, so I'm into it as well. You cross that line. You have to pay attention to shit like that.
Okay. And that's fair, but I would say that in that case, then not too many people are actually part of fandoms, because I know you were going a little extreme there, but like, if we're being legit, a lot of people who would say they associate themselves with fandoms don't go necessarily that deep.
That
they
hard.
Do things like they do things like shipping. They do things like stuff like that. And you know what? If they enjoy that, good for them. That's you know what I mean. I'm happy that you find something that's cool that you like.
I wouldn't say shipping's cool, but okay.
Well, hey, listen, man. I don't think it's cool either, but I'm sure. You know what? I was gonna make some assumptions about your listeners, but I'm not.
Yeah, viewers, man. You fucking idiots.
You fucking cowards. Yeah, I mean, like, if the people enjoy it, who cares? Who are we to say if it's cool or not?
I could say it's lame.
And being part of a fandom isn't even necessarily, like, a bad thing, you know?
Yeah.
It's been a thing for a while. I'm sure everyone here knows about, like, I almost said Indiana Jones. That's not his name. Sherlock Holmes.
Oh,
the Sherlock Holmes fandoms in, like, Britain in, like, the 1800s and shit. Like, it's been a thing. If someone really, really likes a thing and they find other people who really, really like that thing, they can go a little nuts over it. And that's fine. Especially if you're, like, real talk, like, okay, let me turn this computer chair around. Let me throw my jacket over my shoulder here and get into real talk.
All right.
If you're, like, you know, early 20s, mid to late teens, it's perfectly normal to, like, find a thing and get, like, really obsessive over it. Like, that's just a normal thing. You know, in some places it's like I have 74 like days of playtime on TF2. Why? Because I played a fuckload of TF2 from the ages of like 14 to 21. Like, damn, son. And I'm not even gonna touch on like Homestuck as a thing.
Yeah, because you're still deep in that.
Like, Alex, what Alex? You got into like deep into like a whole bunch of dumb shit. SpongeBob for sure, but that's reasonable because SpongeBob is fucking awesome.
I watched it as a kid, and I've never really been part of a fandom.
We call ourselves.
It's okay, Alex. You could be Patchy the Pirate. It's okay. We all know you're Patchy.
Here's the thing.
He ruined it. Andrew Hussey betrayed us.
No matter how much I love anything I'm a fan of, like I keep talking about Star Fox all the time and how I want that Star Fox episode, which is coming, I swear. I keep saying all that. Like I compare Star Fox to Tad liking Homestuck, but even as much as I love Star Fox, I just look over at Tad real fast, like just a little like quick glance, like scene. I'm sitting in my chair playing like my fucking playing like my PS4. I just look over to Tad. Tad just has like a fucking grub shaped like Slurpee thing with his big fucking Homestuck shirt, and he's just like, God. I wonder what Andrew Hussey's doing right now. And I'm just like, man, I'm not like that guy. No matter how much I could be watching an episode of Steven Universe, I can go to the general and be like, yeah, that's cute. They like this, and that's a cute picture. Yeah, I really like that character too. Like, man, do I like this a little too much? Then I look over at Tad's Homestuck named podcast, all of his Homestuck merchandise, the multiple Discords he's in, and his SyncTube channel that's all Homestuck themed with Homestuck emotes. And I'm like, yeah, I think I'm okay. By comparison, I'm pretty fine.
Alex, you'll never be pretty fine. You're always going to be fucking weird.
I can never get as into something as he does, no matter how much I like it, because damn, son. I guess I have a lot of Southern Cowgirl merchandise, ?
And you did fight that, metaphorically fight that guy and put a bullet in his skull over your wife.
It's true.
Yeah, I guess Southern
but that was
is
his fault. Like you had a gun in your hand, but he went over and like squeezed the trigger. Like that was entirely on him.
That should actually be. I was gonna say, I'm surprised that didn't come up on the questions.
We just did that last week. We talked about it already.
Oh,
we got that covered, son.
Anyway, so I think this is about a good time to cut it for now.
Oh yeah, that was my final question. Fuck overrated. People who say overrated.
Yep. I mean, this was actually pretty fun. This is our second time doing it since the first one died because I had a thunderstorm delete my audio. But I mean, well, we were going to record because I saw that I was getting kind of close to the Patreon bonus there. So I was like, oh shit, we better get something cool to put out. And then whoopsie doodle. And then I got hit by the electric shock stick. And God's like, no, fuck you. Big God came down, shocked by a house of lightning bolt, and said, no, Tad. Fucking, oh God, what was the question that we didn't answer in this one that we had in that one that, like, we debated about for a really long time?
Well, we talked about the video game one for a long ass time.
That was it. God went down, he shot a lightning bolt at me and said, no, Tad. Airman is the best Mega Man boss.
Oh, yeah, the Mega Man boss one.
Anyway, so yeah, like I said, we'll go ahead and we'll close out this episode here. Once again, I'm going to go ahead and give a quick shout out to all the Patreon peeps. Let me just go ahead and pick them out at random here. My fistful, which is exactly 2 pieces of paper worth. One of them just says Hive Swap on it, no other context. I don't know what that's about. But I'm going to give a shout out to some weirdo named Alba.
Ooh.
No Two Hands, Jonas Capra, Sean Dunsmore, Big Platypus, April Showers, Jaron Kiwi, London Johnson Brooks. I think there's a hyphen there. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. And then Toteke. And then I'll just go ahead and do some quick plugs because this is the Patreon bonus. Let me spin around 360 degrees, put the jacket over my other shoulder. Thanks so much. This equipment is, like, pretty fucking expensive. Like, super real talk. I got 2 jackets. I'm crossing like an X over my back. Like I'm fucking phalanging myself. Flating, not phalanging. Phalanges is like those little tentacles that, like, bacteria have that make them wiggle around. Anyway, I think I'm getting a little delirious. It's getting kind of late out here. But you can find the podcast there on YouTube, iTunes, Google Play, all that good shit. You can find links to all those on the website, which is lmtya.com. That's short for Let Me Tell You About. Or you can use the preferred URL, which is letmetellyyouabout.moe. And there's also a Discord where you can find us all hanging out. And then we'll give one last thank you to our friend Alba here from TNA with TNA.